Hello YouTubers, this is noobifier. Today is the 21st of October 2022. There was an hour-long Star Citizen live titled Taking Flight. Here's what you need to know. Today was split into two sections, and today we had John Crew, Vehicle Pipeline Director, and Ben Curtis, Vehicle Art Director at Cloud Imperium Games. John said that there were some major issues with the statistics for the Spirit launch. He basically acknowledged that they'll try to do better. He enjoyed all the theory crafting in Reddit after the concept was launched, and he said it was super important to push another bomber to the fleet to ensure that there is the diversity that we need. VIP transport isn't planned for the near future, but there is a design document. The E1 won't have its mechanic in place for a bit. The STV launch went very well, and they said that they very much enjoyed our feedback. All of the land vehicle speeds were adjusted, and there was a new wheel physics update. 318 was delayed, and because of this, John said that these intended speed changes were approximated into 317 to make sure that we don't jump to the conclusion that there was just another concept to nerf issue. And he confirmed that that isn't a real thing, despite the Ion. There was a community vote where we could choose the company that would be making the next mid-level mining ship, and the community voted for RSI. They spent the next 10 minutes speaking about how long it takes to push a ship through the pipeline. Jared said that some ship companies are pushing 200 or 300 years, so it might make sense that some of the ships don't completely follow the historic style guide. And John said that this is why old ages ships don't look like the newer ones. They spoke about master modes, but because neither member from the panel are directly part of the balance team, we got another general overview with a promise that they would go into greater detail with it in the future. And then someone in chat had commented CitizenCon Part 2 because we were basically going through a list of ships and some of it seemed to be repetition from the panel. Not very nice, but fairly accurate. They were asked about the 600i rework. They posted some concept images. They said that the middle part is changing and becoming more unique depending on the model that you own. The lift is changing, the windows are changing, but the majority of the exterior should launch looking the same. John said that they're working to use all of the wasted space that we noticed in the original model, and a lot of it is going to actually become an updated cargo lift and an updated cargo room. They showed off the new 600i Armory concept in two pallets, kind of a black and a white one. Jared said that it would be cool if the second unused pallet became the pallet for the 600i Executive. They spoke about a bespoke cargo storage space for the 600i. The middle section, let's call it the party observation space, has a wraparound stairs, a glass chandelier, and a water feature. Spaces to sit on both sides. They spoke about the pool, which now has its own water wall. They took a 5-minute break for commercials from community-created machinima, and then a segue from Jared. When they all returned, we had members from a different section. We had 3 members from EUPU, Salvage, Life Support, Room Systems. Jared focused on the life of a programmer. They said that a programmer is responsible to take a concept or idea and make it based on the design or concept art. They said that because of PEZ, they're having to rethink how code is being written. With PEZ coming on soon, a lot of effort has been checking and upgrading legacy code. They said hull scraping is looking good and they're into bug fixing. They went into some detail about some challenges. They confirmed that the helmet is basically a tiny room, or at least programmed to act like one. Ship-to-ship docking was a challenge, and they also spoke about investigating carrier catapult launches. Jared said that these programmers were some of the first to begin working at the new office. They spoke about being hired during the pandemic, and it was a great change to be able to actually just go to work. They said it was a great change to be able to go out for a smoke and chat with someone about the problem instead of having to type up an email. And that's it. Thank you very much for spending your time with me. If you enjoy the breakdowns, please consider subscribing so I can help to keep you up to date. Please consider sharing with a friend or org mate, as that really does help a lot. Fly safe, and I'll see you in the verse.